Imagine a world without mathematics. Some of us might say,
Oh, that could be heaven.
no more stressful formulas, no more complex equations, and no more lengthy calculations. But have you ever thought that without math, we are nothing? That without those stressful formulas, complex equations, and lengthy calculations, everything would be more difficult. Let's say the Pythagorean theorem never existed. Will we still be able to construct beautiful and perfectly planned architectures? Will we still be able to identify the shortcuts in every path? And what if the basic mathematical operations such as addition and subtraction never existed? Will we still be able to know what time to wake up for us to not be late at school? Will we still be able to budget our allowance for us to be able to satisfy our needs and wants? And most importantly, will we still be able to know that what we're doing is right?
Am I even doing the right thing?
In this video, we will travel the different dimensions of mathematics in real life. So hold tight, for we are about to blast off in 3, 2, 1.
So, how do you apply mathematics particularly in your life?
So I have a routine pattern for school. First, I would ready myself breakfast, take a shower, get my lunchbox ready, and I would walk to school for almost like 10 minutes, I guess. And after classes, I would take care of my assignments or attend practices or just any activities for school. And I would often count my budget for the ingredients of the food I would cook.
Okay, thank you. How do you apply mathematics particularly in your life?
I would say I can apply mathematics when I am budgeting my allowance. My mother would always give me allowance weekly, and so when budgeting my allowance, I would divide them into no, not equally, but I would set a separate money for my food, for my lunch, other projects like any payments at school, any printings I have to do, or just any what that we have. And then I would set a separate money for my fare. Let's say my one-way fare is around 40 pesos, 40 to 60 pesos a day. That's just one way from house to school, and then another 40 to 60 pesos for my fare on the way home. And so another thing I can apply mathematics in my life is that when I am taking a photography. So when I was in junior high school, I was taught to use the golden ratio in taking a picture or a landscape photography, or even with portraits or portraits that contains humans or objects as my subject. And so in that way, I can apply mathematics by using the golden ratio into my photography, in which my pictures would result into a greater picture or something pleasant. And that's really it. Thank you.
That's it! Dimension 1 has tackled math in our personal life. Now let's move on to Dimension 2, which we tackle about math in our environment. John Ray, did you know that math and patterns exist in our surroundings?
Really? We can find math in our environment too?
Yes, John Ray. Do you want to go for a math adventure?
You just opened the door of my curiosity. Of course, I'm ready for another math adventure.
Very well, John Ray. How about you? Do you want to have a math adventure? If that's so, hold on tight as we are about to dive into the Garden of Eden. January, we have arrived in the Garden of Eden. Now, take a look in our environment. Why do you think flowers are arranged in this manner?
Actually, I don't know.
So basically, the arrangement of these flowers are not just simply arranged in coincidence, but it is purposely patterned to create uniformity and to save space so that it would be convenient for people to walk in. I will give you another example. Take a look in this flower. Go. Did you know that patterns are visible in its structure? Take a look in the petals of a santan flower. You can see that it has 4 petals. Some has 5, but 4 petals dominates in a santan flower. Therefore, this flower follows a pattern that it would have similar number of petals among them.
How amazing!
Did you learn something today, John Ray?
Absolutely, and I want to try it out.
Well, it's your turn. Give me an example of any patterns that you can see in our environment.
Oh, that room. The fact that it repeatedly formed a diagonal from up to down, I can call it a pattern. How brilliant!
So, have you learned something today, John Ray?
Of course, I've learned many new things.
Well, I'm glad that you have learned today. Well, that's the end of Dimension 2, Math in our Environment.
Mathematics, often regarded as a topic subject by many, holds a paramount position in our contemporary society. Its significance reaches far beyond the confines of classrooms and textbooks. In the ever-evolving landscape of the 21st century, mathematics serves as the bedrock upon which our modern world is built. Mathematics holds a crucial role in our everyday lives in the modern world. Its importance extends far beyond the classroom, impacting our daily routines and decisions in numerous ways.
For instance, in budgeting and finance, whether managing personal finances or a household budget, basic arithmetic is essential. From calculating expenses to saving for the future, math helps us make sound financial choices. Shopping and discounts, math is at play when we assess discounts or compare prices per unit to get the best value for our money. Mathematics surpasses the limits the modern world has. It's an infinite pattern we use every day, connected like a sequence of our modern lives, essential in a world of constant change. Nature itself and the infrastructures are the visible side of a gamut. Mathematics lend its depths to us.
To sum it all up, we indulge ourselves in numbers on a daily basis that we never even realize that we are already using math. From the simplest things that we do in our lives, like buying something from a store, to more complex things like calculating when you will reach your destination.
Oh,
As we live our lives, interacting with our surroundings, the things around us, they can be explained with numbers. They can be linked to math. And this goes to show that math plays a very vital, important role in our lives, as it allows us to understand things that cannot be normally or precisely explained by words. It gives us another point of view to things that we are not familiar with.
Bye!